All right, this is Nathan Zimmerman. This is my bioluminescence project, and I did the dwarf lanternshark, also known as Epmopterus priai, which is its scientific name. The thing about lantern sharks is they're not very well documented because they live in such deep water that they're usually only caught as bycatch of deep sea fishing. But the dwarf lantern shark specifically was discovered in 1964, although it wasn't actually recognized as a species until 1985. But they belong to the order of Squaliformes, and the genus is Etmopterus, which there are 45 species of lantern shark. They live in different areas of the world, but the dwarf lantern shark has only been documented in the Caribbean Sea off the coast of Venezuela and Colombia. The dwarf lantern shark is actually the smallest known species of shark, and the largest specimen ever caught was only about 8.5 inches, so that's pretty impressive. They live, as I said, in deep water, so the midnight zone right here would be where they would be. And they do migrate towards the surface at night to catch their food, which is mainly krill. And they have bioluminescent photophores in their ventral areas and on their fins and their spines. So they use this bioluminescence as both a hunting method and a defense method. And you could see here the defense method would be they illuminate their underside to camouflage against the water. So any predators would have a harder time seeing them. And they can hunt in packs and illuminate their bodies, and the light will actually attract the krill that they want to eat. So the actual science behind the bioluminescence is it's a chemical reaction that occurs inside of them, and the way that the reaction works is when oxygen reacts with luciferin, it will create luciferase, and the actual specific chemical inside of lantern sharks isn't known very well because of how rare they are, but there was a study that was done and it showed that solanterazine was one of the chemicals that they use as a base for the luciferin luciferase reaction. So oxygen reacts with that and it creates the light inside of them. So that's pretty cool. Some interesting facts that I found. Despite how small they are, they actually live about the same amount of time as normal length sharks. So 20 to 30 years for an 8-inch shark. It's pretty impressive. They're similar to dogfish in that they have spines and they look very similar because they're in the same order, which is Squaliformes. Not all sharks in Squaliformes have spines, but dogfish and lantern sharks just share that. They're ovoviviparous, which means they have their eggs inside of their body and they hatch out of the egg in them, and then they have the baby shark. So this is kind of a problem for them because they're so small that they can only have about 2 pups per litter, and if their species numbers are declining at all, then it would be a really long time before they would be able to catch up because they only have about 2 to 3 pups per litter. And the actual smallest shark is kind of up in the air because most of the sharks that are very small are also very rare. So there's other species like the pale cat shark and the Panama ghost shark, which have been recorded at around the same length as the dwarf lantern shark. But there's so little research on these species that the dwarf lantern shark just gets the title because it has the most documented about it. And that's pretty much it. Thank you.